Ruben Keane sends the signal, and we are underway for day 2 of the World Rugby Under-20 Championship. And dedication from the first whistle is applied by Ben O'Connor. What a take. Sean Norton gets it away. Berman keeps it moving. Here's Edogbo. Backline so effective in their opening match, Ireland. And they dismantled Italy by those 55 points to 15. Immediately trying to move the ball left and right. Stephen Smith wrapped up in the Georgian tackle. Cleared by Coffey. Frightening pace to the match already being applied by the Irish side. The Georgian defense is going to have to stay strong. Berman does well to corkscrew out of the challenge. Coffey. Back to the right-hand side now. The Irish moving the ball quickly through the hands. But Luke Murphy just can't keep the handle on it. No knock on, and they play on through Ben O'Connor. Coffey to the pot of forwards, but Evan O'Connell, the captain, sends it out the back pocket, and the back line once again in action. The dummy out wide by Ruben Maloney, the debutant. Maloney looking for the offload. And finally a mistake. What a pace.
Incredible tempo to the game early on here from the Irish.
Knock on.
Under-20s, you mentioned it. They went left, they went right, they had the wipers going. And you just see some of the coaching staff, Willie Falloon, coach, and Neil Doak, he's player I played with in the commentary, I mean in the coach's box there. Great to see. But the Irish way of playing, they can move the ball left, right. They love to get the windscreen wipers going, and they've got great continuity in the game, but they didn't really progress the
space
ball
and stability
beyond that halfway line with all that play that they made.
Seconds! Let's go! Be tough back up, we get it! Heads up! Leone! Wat moet je dan? Jullie dan gaan maken.
Crouch!
Maat, we gaan maken mee.
Up. Okay, what's our problem?
It's just no space.
Okay. Come on. Open up then. Okay. Take your space.
Take them, they're doing that here.
Let's go. Let's make this setup quicker now. Let's go.
You ready? Let's go, boys!
Georgians were strong at scrum time against the Australians.
Seconds! Hold the side. Listen. That's up. Heads up. Leone! Hey, Anna, Jen, what's up? You don't want to get that.
Crouch! Bind!
Free kick
Green,
awarded, and of
head,
course,
closing the
part of
space.
new laws.
No scrum, you can't go to scrum. So
Loose head, closing the space.
Or put the kick through. Call here from Luka Sirikidze.
Thought they might be hanging it high, but Sirikidze with the tap and go finds Shelidze. Cleared by Higuari. First chance for the Georgians with ball in hand. Looking confident. Higuari gets it away to Kaindrava. Into contact, Kobawi. Higuari. Looking confident in possession. Tulukidze on the charge. Late jersey change for the two locks. Lomidze, their captain, standing at first receiver. Unleashing the back line in motion. Dragged down to ground.
Leave it.
Diwali. Higuari gets it free. Good consistency early on from the Georgians. They give away the penalty.
He hasn't affected the clean out. Holding on.
Yeah, straight away we see the direct approach
Holding on.
from the junior Lilos. Holding the ball on the ground, that's the penalty. This is Sean Norton. Rado Kilasania, the coach of the Georgians. Just to see that Lavan Mashani was the head coach for the Georgians back just before that British and Irish Lions tour. He's out as well. He's the director of rugby for the Georgians.
Big chance for Ireland just outside their opposition's 22. Luke Murphy carries it into the 22 of the opposition, and the Irish move forward. Hugh Gavin with the next carry. Unsuccessful turnover attempt from Georgia. It's O'Connor. Dragged down in a good tackle by Keshalava. Oh, the inside pass to O'Connell almost put him through a gap. Dragged down, but Ireland still moving forward with Jacob Boyd. Coffey waits for quick ball. Coffee gets it away to Norton. Coffee again, the inside ball this time goes to Colbert. McKillop.
It's gone backwards off green.
Smith. Not afraid to offload in the tight spaces are Ireland, and it's paying off so far. Sparrow has to dip down to get that one. Does very well, the front ranker. Here's the hat-trick hero, Sam Berman. Ireland bearing down on the line now as Max Flynn's on the carry. Good, strong hit from Georgia. Quick ball, all the same for Ireland. On the wraparound comes Norton once more, and through the gap is the debutant. Can't reach out, can Norton, or rather Maloney. And now Coffee to the open side again. O'Connell knocked backwards in the tackle. Ireland banging down the door now, and they're over the line through Hugh Gavin.
Oh, big warning lights going off at the moment with the way that this Irish side are playing. So patient on the ball, clinical at the recycle. Their timing of their pass is brilliant. The angle that Hugh Gavin runs here is superb. All the defenders are looking in, they don't look out wide. He comes on that line and he goes straight through, does the big inside centre, Hugh Gavin.
It's 20 seconds now.
Sean Norton, one of 7 changes to the starting lineup for Ireland, slides over his first attempted posts, and it's 7 points to 0 Ireland lead.
Now what Ireland do well, and this is the end phases, they're just able to move that ball so wide and they drag the defence across. As they go wide, the defence starts to drag, gets less connected, and gaps start to be exposed. And then you have a big centre like that running that outside in line at a gap, almost impossible to stop.
Luka Tsirekidze, ball in hand, ready to get the game back underway. Going to have to find a way to stop leaking points to the Irish here. An early score for the team in green. And take the kickoff well as well. It's come loose and Vani dives on the ball. It's back in Georgian hands. Higuari gets it away to Ungiadze. Hard charge by Chelidze. Higuari. Chaindrava. Caught behind the gain line somewhat, and Georgia need to continue that forward momentum into this potent Irish defensive line. Tsirekidze with some quicker ball to work with. Higuari. Dedicated running from Lagvilava. Both locks have been up for it in the early goings in this one. Now Georgia moving it wide. It's in the hands of Chaindrava.
Hold.
Making progress, the Georgians, approaching the Irish 22-metre line. That defensive line creeping up at the ruck. Higuari rushing to get there in time, but the ball slowed down effectively by the Irish, and now heavily disrupted by the counter-ruck coming from Andre Sparrow, and they win the penalty.
White player was holding on the ball.
In there from Georgia. They didn't throw enough numbers into that ruck. The ball came out and there was no one there to protect it, and the players were forced to try hold on to that ball. So what we've already seen, there's a lot of carry that their front row, their 2 props give their team. Both David Mshelidze and Luka Ungadzi been quite heavily involved, but they're just lying over that ball trying to protect it. Only 2 men there to do the job.
Okay, yeah. That one there was your own player on the ball, okay? First one short, I'll look at it, okay? Okay, of course.
Physical stuff early, bros.
Yeah, it is physical stuff. Just listening to the conversation from Mika Lomidze with the referee.
Is your front rower okay?
It has been physical. This guy's been involved. He's a good tight head.
Okay.
Holds his own at scrum time and contributes around the field.
Holding on.
Known for the strength of their scrum, of course, Georgia.
Well, in Georgia, the front row forwards are the rock stars of the game.
Touch finder coming from the player making his first start for Ireland under-20, Sean Norton.
Okay. You here. Thank you.
You can really see the systems coming through in Irish rugby. You can see the blueprint that's being played. We see it from a lot of their teams, Munster, Leinster, their national side, now the under-20 side.
Stephen Smith to feed the line out for Ireland. One of 13 Leinster representatives in this Ireland under-20 side. Having to dip his head just before contact, Luke Murphy. Oh, great delayed pass that from Coffey, opening up the line and running straight into it is, oh, what a finish from Ruben Maloney.
Now, can you just check if 3 green, yeah.
We're going to have a TMO decision, but that is so special for Ruben Maloney. He's on his deep Irish under-20 debut. He's watching for obstruction here, for 1 or 2 of the players, but he runs a brilliant line, does Ruben Maloney. Defence hadn't picked him up, and he came like a steam train.
TMO check. Damien is coming to you, referring to your check for the try. If we go to the screen, I'll let you know what I'm there.
Well, it's as you suggested, Bros. Of course, the big screen, other side of the field.
Potential obstruction.
It's a little bit of a jog for the
Yeah,
rest.
so Ruben, we're going to show you a clear holding of 12 white. It's 3 greens holding 12 white, which is a clear obstruction.
Okay.
Rolling now.
Yep, at the screen now.
So they're looking for dark arts. Number 3 green, that being Andre Sparrow, holding 12 white, Georgie U20.
Okay, from that first angle, I can see 3, who was the first man holding a white player who could have potentially made a tackle. Is that what you're saying?
Agree, mate.
Okay, so it's going to be no try, and it'll be a penalty just off the 40-metre line there.
Yeah, middle of the field.
Okay,
On
thanks.
35.
All right, come back to me now.
That's a fair call.
Okay, so it's going to be no try. It's going to be obstruction against green number 3.
But Bros, all the same, important as a forward to know and understand and execute the dark arts.
100%, and it was the right call because U20 definitely would have been in that channel to make that call were it not for Andrew Sparrow holding him and obstructing him. So the right call made by the match officials.
Touch found, line out to Georgia.
Good process, Murph. Green, step off the back, please.
Shortened 4-man line out for the Georgians.
Time off, please. HIA number 3 white. Yes, head. Yes. It's been asked. Yeah, only your player.
There's a very good chance that that alert was created by the smart mouth guards being worn by all the players in the World Rugby Under-20 Championships here that have Bluetooth technology on board that responds to any velocity that exceeds the parameters, and then immediately the player will go for a check.
Yeah, it's a fantastic initiative, and it's all about player welfare. Any acceleration events that they pick up through that mouth guard get detected, and an alarm bell goes off to the doctors that are sitting pitchside.
Georgia in possession, having made that temporary, for the moment, substitution. Into contact goes Andro Dvali, one of the 3 under-19 players in the squad today.
Leave it now.
Ireland looking for those turnovers. It's been effective for them so far in the match, stopping Georgia before they cross that 22-metre line. Kakubia, the latest runner for the team in white, and Ungiadze carries on the abrasive style of the Georgians. And then eventually when they send it wide, they're almost finding the half gaps. Georgie U20 chopped down in the tackle. Good, quick hands from the Georgians. Tirikidze slinging it wide, and on the outside, Keshelava has Irish players all over him. Does well to almost get away. Now a hard, dedicated run by the tight forward, David Lagvilava. This time it's slipped out of the clutches of Ota Metreveli.
Knock on advantage over.
And the Irish send it downfield. This could turn out to be a screamer of a kick. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Which side of the corner post did that ball go? The referee's assistant, Zoe Nordia, says it's good. What a kick. That's going to be a 50-22 for the Irish under 20 team. They're going to have line-out throw 5 meters from try line. Brilliant stuff.
8. Okay, numbers are 8.
Now this is the kick. Yep, right side of the corner flag.
What an opportunity for Ireland, and they've overthrown, of all things, Stephen Smith. Can't hit the target.
It's good work by Luka Kovaladze.
Great
Use
stuff.
it!
Taking the bouncing ball, carrying it into contact, and Georgia will now set up their exit, still with the scoreboard under control against what was a rampant Irish side on day one. Dismantling what has been an impressive Italy side this year, who went very well in the under-20 Six Nations, but Ireland taking care of them, no problems.
Now 55-15 against Italy.
On the line, please.
A really good victory for the Irish to start this tournament. Of course, the Georgians lost 35 points to 11 to Australia, the Junior Wallabies.
Okay, time off, just wait, please. Hold the thrower. Okay, time back on.
Stephen Smith just about tapping that one back onto the Irish side was Captain O'Connell. They're going to have to get these lineouts right. Oh, what a thumping hit coming through from Kobauri. And he's one possession back for his team.
Knock on the floor.
It's something that we saw in that game against Australia. We saw parts of that game where they were incredibly physical. Their defence, man on man, they've got absolutely no problem. And if you run in the channel, they're going to try drill you backwards. What a tackle from Kobauri. Luka Kobauri, 83 kgs, punching above his weight.
Okay, let's set up now.
And a really big, dominant tackle.
Both of you, we clearly need space. Space on bind, okay? Show me.
That's it there. The position, shoulder position, the momentum, great. It's a very good tackle by the outside centre.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Alexandra Higuari feeds the scrum. All sorts happening in the front row. And Higuari has to improvise, pick that one up from the base. No whistle against either side. There's going to be a scrum contest here this afternoon. Another strong run from Latvilava.
Yes, it's out.
Ooh, just juggling that, cutting down the time that Sirakidze had to clear that ball. It's a contestable kick he sends over the top. And Sean Norton's underneath that one. Ben O'Connor immediately keeps it moving. They are free running the Irish side, always looking to spread the ball out wide. This time Ruben Maloney wrapped up. Had that try disallowed moments ago.
No clear release. 13, no clear release.
Again, the Irish just so good at moving the ball away from the point of contact. Applied a lot of pressure onto Luka Sirakidze, so it wasn't a great kick from him. A really good pressure play. And then this ball goes out wide. And the players never roll away properly. He drags it with his hand out into touch and thus gets penalised.
Smith will surely have been feeling the pressure after a few errant ones. O'Connell drags it in. It's a scrum to Georgia.
The line-out's been a problem for the Irish. They've lost a couple already. Some they haven't been able to get on their own terms. This one they lose again when they're in that red zone, in that strike zone. They want to strike from there.
Okay, we're going to go the other side now. Time off, please. You're just fixing the tape, are you? Okay.
Nothing too serious, just a little bit of strapping on the left
thigh. I'm going to tell him the same thing. Okay, just keep that break foot up longer for me. Okay, let's clearly see it. Yep.
Georgians so impressive
Mark's
in last
inside
year's
the 22.
tournament. They actually finished on the same
Inside the
points
22.
as South Africa in their pool and only missed out on progressing to the knockout stages
Need you to
due to
stay square.
head-to-head result
Okay,
against South
straight.
Africa, and then England ended up being the best
Okay,
second-place
let's set up,
finishers.
please, and I will
They had
call
a
time on.
fantastic tournament last year. Wins against Argentina, wins against Italy. Did really well, drew on points, like you said, with South Africa. Came down to the head-to-head. So it was very disappointing for them that they didn't make it through to the semi-final stages. Even their preparation, they came in, they played against England, beat England in a warm-up game.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Now, with all of that being said, losing their first game means they have to win their next
Stand
two.
up. I've got it. Okay. Yeah. Mark is here.
There's a bit of heat coming on
Wait for the
in
ball.
that scrum at the moment.
No rains for the moment, bros, but things may change.
It has been predicted that we would get lots of rain later on in the afternoon.
Crouch!
Beautiful conditions at the moment.
Bind! Set!
Of course, bros, you're a newly minted Cape Townian now, so you're an expert.
If you can become an expert in 5 months, I don't think so.
Number 1, collapsing.
It's Luka Ngazi.
1 right collapsing.
So I'm sure Evan O'Connell would have a bit of a chat to his forwards. So come guys, we are in this position again. We're 5 meters out.
On the line,
Got to
please.
take effect. Just drops that bind. Good call there from the referee. Luka Ngazi gets penalised. They've got to strike from here, Ireland. Been in this position before and need to make it count.
This time O'Connell plays the dummy of the rolling maul, and there's another pass off the back of that dummy maul setup. Carrying it into contact was Hugh Gavin. Georgia slow it up effectively in the tackle.
No, wait, what?
And Ireland will set up a game less than 5 meters to the Georgian line. Smith driven backwards in the tackle. So physical, Georgia. Running from deep is O'Connor. Georgia sharp to that. Coffee. Edogbo. Losing meters in possession right now, Ireland. They need one of those deceptive lines that so effectively cut the Georgian defense to ribbons a few moments ago. Coffee sends it open side this time. Another strong hit on Andrew Sparrow. Coffee. Edogbo. The rush defense of Georgia. Can see why Ireland set up that neat inside ball to Maloney in the earlier movement with the disallowed try. Trying to dodge those hard shoulders. McKillop, the first receiver. O'Connor takes a big hit.
Okay, no knock on, it's off the head.
Coming from the wing,
There's no
Keshalava.
advantage on, it was off the head.
Ireland driven back. No infringement, and we play on. Coffee gets it away. Dogbo gets the pass from Andrew Sparrow. Ireland sticking to their guns. They feel the gap will appear. Berman, the hat-trick hero, wrapped up by 3 Georgian tacklers. The offload from Norton. Looking for the gap on the lean. Cutting back inside is Smith. They've unlocked the door, and Ireland are in a game.
So patient are Ireland. There are times when they get driven backwards. There were times when the Georgians put their bodies on their line. They almost had the adage, you can run around me, but you can't run over me. And that was the mindset that came from the Georgians. But the Irish just stuck to their processes, used their hands, probed. Eventually they find the space out wide. It takes the hooker to give a big right-footed step. Stephen Smythe. It's a brilliant try. And it's an exhibition of what to do when you've been put under pressure. You're under the cosh, you're under heat, but you keep that ball. You move it out wide, you get your runners running on, you make sure the communication's there. Brilliant stuff from Ireland under 20.
Sean Norton looking longingly after that one. It's unsuccessful, but Ireland lead 12 points to 0.
Now 12 points to 0, getting it through the hands. The forwards are involved, but they just become like ball players. Hugh Gavin's been heavily involved in everything he did. The build up to this move, he was involved in the line out, almost breaking out from line out as an inside centre. So he's been heavily involved through things, but good score there by Smythe.
He's coming. Yeah, that's much better.
Tirakidze. The great contestable kick, but once more it's taken by the towering figure of Ben O'Connor. But Georgia have it back, and Tirakidze moves it along to Gaindrava. Busy running from Georgia. The offloads and contact. Kabauri involved.
The captain, Nika Lomidze.
Knock-on advantage is over.
Now Higuari gets it free. Head down and power forward. Look like Kuntilia.
Move by the neck.
We're going back for a neck roll.
Neck roll. What?
That's one of the areas that the referees are looking at. They're getting on the wrong side of the penalty counts at the moment. Georgia, as they're trying to build up play and get positive actions, they concede penalty. Coming back on is David Michelidze. The neck roll there. Yep, and you can see it around the neck. Cleans the player out, and cannot do that today in the game of rugby. This is David Michelidze, big tight head prop coming back on again.
Time's back on.
Another clean take from Ireland at line-out time. Evan O'Connell called upon again. The captain calling his own number. And how about that for a hit in midfield? Luke Murphy almost compromised in possession. Coffey gets it away. Norton looking to take the gap himself. Ireland progressing deeper into enemy territory once more, using the width of the field. Really impressive interplay from this Irish side. Such great pace as well. Berman at first receiver. Colbert involved, and then move it wide for Edogbo.
Forward pass. Scrum.
And Neil Doak, the man that's gesturing there, former scrum off, played for Ulster.
Yep. That's why you got the last penalty, okay?
So useful cricketer. Spent some time in Cape Town playing cricket in the 90s.
Okay. Do you need more space? Take space. Okay.
This is the forward pass here from Ben O'Connor. Didn't help that the 10-yard line was there, so it's clearly seen by referee Ruben Keane.
Okay. Stay up, okay? Stay up. Crouch! Bind! Far side again. It's the second one. You're in early.
So we notice Nicola Medzi just going around half-arming all his players. He knows he's got to get his players, he's got to chew them up, he's got to get them going. He's got to build a little bit of momentum within the jerseys, the white jerseys at the moment.
So the scrum battle continues to build up. As Georgia find touch, courtesy of the number 10, Tirakidze.
Okay, Green, you're going to take the line, please. Just on the line, please.
Really on the engage. I don't think the Georgians have been in the 22 of the Irish in this game.
Kakubia feeds, a crucial time for the Georgians indeed. Tirakidze receives, and they are driving into enemy territory now. Great momentum on this rolling maul, they've got to keep it in. Of course, according to the new laws, they can only be told to use it once, and they have now. Higuari under pressure, he's been flattened. Edogbo coming through, trying to hack it. Ireland have it back in their hands, and they've got just some numbers to work with here. Very little space, though. O'Connell takes it into contact wisely. Coffey gets it away. They love the width of the field, this Ireland side. We know that by now. Risky pass, well taken in by Ben O'Connor. And Coffee will slow it down ever so slightly. Deep within their own territory, may consider an exiting kick at some point, as under pressure they're making some errors. Berman missing his pass and Gavin dragged down. Coffee. Ball in hand, still the approach from Ireland. Andrew Sparrow on a bullocking run.
Use it now.
Coffee taking a look at what kind of contention he'd face before sending one over the top from the base of the ruck. Good effort from Davy Colbert.
Okay, Green, take the line. It was inside. I called inside, yes.
There's almost two players wrestling for the ball between them. An arm wrestle between the scrum half and the lock to get the ball. The lock wasn't releasing it. They were in good position. Shortened line out for the Georgians.
Mikhail Kakubia feeds the line out and feeds it well, but Georgia have made the error and it's going to be a scrum to Ireland.
Knock on.
I saw Luka Tsirekidze battling with his shoulder a few moments ago. Here he just shoots this pass through. Unable to be taken.
Okay, I can't reset all day. I need you to show me space, okay? That's why that one was a full on. All right, so yep.
Georgia surely will be targeting the scrums for an upper hand.
Oh, they've got to. It's got to be part of the game plan. But Sparrow, Smythe and Boyd are no mugs in that front row. They can scrum.
Just come in here, please. Crouch! Bind! Set!
Coffee prepares to feed. Finally a good engage at scrum time. Georgia making significant progress. Illegally.
Tight head, going across.
Well, they shake their head. They're not getting rewarded at the moment. Got to keep it straight.
Just here. Tight head angle.
David leads up. He's been really strong. He's just got to keep it straight. Keep those hips parallel to the touchline. That's him there. He'll be on the far side. That's where he gets penalised. You can already see it from this angle. Blown for scrumming in on the angle. The big number 3 for the junior Lilos.
Smythe on the money again. Hits James McKillop this time. Fighting his way to ground. Max Flynn on debut. Georgia with possession back, and it's their captain Nikolomidze on the charge. Good contact there on the tackle as Higuari got it free. Georgia looking to use the width of the field themselves. Their inside centre, Chaindrava, using up a lot of lateral meters before sending it wide, and the mistake comes.
Yeah, they almost had more space than they thought they had. There was space available, and they got themselves into it, and they almost just rushed it, did Chaindrava.
Yeah, I
had
called
more
it
time.
Over. Unfortunately, there was space.
And needed to be more accurate.
Smythe again, and McKillop takes once more for Ireland. Berman taking it up towards the defensive line, and the offload to Maloney. Coffee. Look how much width the Irish ate up with that first movement, but now they make another handling error, and they've sent it back to the Georgians, who have no numbers out wide here to work with. As they continue to spread, it's partially charged. We're going back for the scrum.
Cross forward.
Good but not perfect from Ireland.
Yeah, they're losing the ball once or twice going into that contact situation. They've got to have ball security. But then there's some pretty big bounces out there in those white jerseys trying to smash them. Loses the ball as he's going down to ground. Takes a look at the defence. And that's courtesy of some of the big hits that the Georgians have put in this game and in the Australian game, because all the opposition would have seen that as well.
Don't step sideways, stay square, okay? Crouch! Bind! Set!
Alexandre Higuari feeds the scrum, and Georgia looking to make progress on both sides and win that penalty advantage, which they do. Lomita knocks it on. Penalty Georgia.
Blue said you've gone down and then across.
It's more like it, Bros.
They've got the superior scrum without a doubt at the moment. Just got to keep their angles right so they show the right picture to the referee to start getting scrum penalties.
Tsirekidze finds touch. Georgia on the front foot. Can they capitalize here and bring this match back into the balance?
Just on the loose head side, unable to take the pressure.
Kakubia's feed to the line out successful. Higuari gets it away, and Duvali's on the charge.
No, it's been lost too. Lost.
Well, Smythe getting away with it somewhat there, but Georgia's ball clean enough, and Higuari gets it free, crashing it up, as is their want, attracting in those Irish defenders, but the defense continues to stay well spread, waiting for the errors from Georgia, which come again to knock on Irish put into the scrum.
Oh, pity for David Lagvala, who carried that ball twice in that phase of play, did the big lock forward.
There's a clear one. Okay. Knock on.
1.99 m. Carries the ball up, gets tackled in on the ball and gets dislodged. Small little knock on. And Stephen Smythe tackling in on the ball, really good.
Yes. Work hard to stay up, please. Don't hit that knee. Stay up.
So another scrum opportunity for Georgia, not their put in this time.
It's all about the picture. They show the ref. They've got to keep themselves squared and use their physical dominance to try and earn their penalty.
You have to get this right, okay? Crouch! Bind!
Luke, cancel.
Set!
Oliver Coffey prepared to feed.
Down, far side.
He'll have to wait.
This time, Luka Gadza almost got his feet too far back.
I'm going to leave you here. Okay, you come here. Okay. Break foot up.
Got to keep his feet under his shoulders.
Stability. Both of you can be higher. Yes? Higher.
Definitely went on down on the side. Lost the feet to Gadza.
Crouch!
Gadza against Sparrow
Bind!
on the near side.
Set!
Decision time for referee Keane. He extends his arm in the Georgian direction.
This time Sparrow got his feet too far back and slipped out.
Overextended, number 3.
What do you say, bros? Kick for the posts or kick for the corner?
Well, they've got to get some points and start moving.
3.
They're going to chip away because they're playing. There's what wind there is they're playing into. So and the same happened against Australia actually on Saturday. But they played against that wind in the first half. They did well against the wind because their style of play is actually suited to playing into that wind. Yeah, into this wind they want to try get their 3 points and possibly use that ball in the second half and use Luka Tsirekidze just to dominate, to dictate where play will be played.
60-second shot clock on penalties and conversions as part of the new laws. You see the clock already ticking down on the experienced number 10, who has already played for the senior national time side, the Lilos, Luka Tsirekidze. What a strike from Tsirekidze. Flags raised. 3 points on the board for the Georgians.
We spoke about the importance for them. The side losing that first game has to win your second game in order to keep yourself in the competition. So for them, a victory, a W, is so important.
Sean Norton stands on the centre spot. Sends a reasonably flat restart. Getting there to put pressure was Ruben Maloney, just couldn't get to the ball in time.
Use it!
Well taken in by Georgia, and Higuari positions the ball for a clearance, which he will execute himself, sending it high. Great contestable kick, that hugging the touchline, taken in by the impressive number 15, Ben O'Connor. Coffey gets it free. They turn to the front row to carry it forward. Andrew Sparrow taking the knocks for the meters he earns. And it's his prop partner next on the carry, Jacob Boyd.
No! Advantage.
An Irish advantage becomes an Irish penalty.
8, hands on the ground, passed, then you come back on.
At all times, you've got to support your
Number
own
8,
body
off
weight.
feet.
Killing themselves with these penalties.
The penalties are really hurting them. Also, when those penalties occur, they're momentum breakers. Here you're trying to apply a little bit of pressure. He's just been blown for scraping his hands along the ground, dragging them along before getting to the ball and trying to win it.
Okay.
He disagrees.
Just the player down and back plays, back up now and ready to get back into the action as we are ticking down towards the halfway mark here in the first of 3 matches coming from the Darnie Craven Stadium today. One of 6 matches taking place in the World Rugby Under-20 Championships across 2 venues. Line-out time, they turn to their captain once more. Evan O'Connell taking it in. The Irish line-out looking more and more solid as the game progresses. Coffey to O'Connell. Ooh, a bit isolated. Georgia in over the ball. Turnover ball for Luka Suluashvili.
Oh, he was the man of the match for Georgia in the game against Australia.
Holding on.
He was unrelenting. He was good at the breakdown. He was putting in monster hits. And he gave a lot of carry. Plus, he scored their try. Here, getting involved, winning the penalty, Luka Suluashvili.
Tsirekidze finds touch. Georgia, with 2 minutes to play, will have an opportunity.
Yeah, he shows the perfect picture. There's airtime, goes down, competes, eventually gets cleaned out by James McKillop.
Crucial line out this. They've got to get it right, Georgia. To the front, and it's taken down by Vilava. They don't set up that rolling maul, which was very effective, and good strong carry in the midfield, knocking back Sean Norton. There for Luka Kabauri, gets through the first tackle, in fact, and then loses control, and it's picked up by Ireland.
Wait!
Sent downfield by Ben O'Connor. What a kick that is, taking advantage of the breeze behind their back. Drilling Georgia back into their own half. Tsirekidze takes on the defender, beats the first, beats the second, and he's still going. Dragged down beyond the halfway line. Still an opportunity for Georgia. Quite a distance to travel to the Irish try line, but they need to believe in themselves. They want to keep their hopes alive of reaching the knockout phases of this year's tournament. Breaking through the tackle, Captain Nika Lomitse.
That's some good carry from the number 8.
Higuari looks the opposite direction and finds Tulukidze.
Penalty advantage.
Well, another penalty advantage for Georgia. Rising into this game.
They'll take it.
Number 8 not rolling. And
less than 30 seconds to
offside
go in this
also.
half.
So not rolling and offside also. 3 points. Assuming the mark's the same.
We saw the kick from
More
Luka
like the mark's the same.
Just a few moments ago. The ball did get held up in that wind, but he managed to keep it straight. Players off their feet in green jerseys playing the ball and thus getting penalised. Such a beautiful setting here in this Darnie Craven Stadium. What a privilege to watch the next generation of global superstars in the rugby game here in Stellenbosch.
40-meter kick into the wind for Terekidze. Clean hit from the number 10, and he's done it again. A kick which brings a close to the first 40 minutes with Georgian flags waving in the grandstand. The Irish making a strong start to the game, and indeed they are still in control. 6 points separate the sides. What an upset it would be should Georgia get this done. Or can Ireland lock it down? It's up and away, courtesy of the Irish. Nobody from Georgia arriving under the flight of the ball, and Sean Dogbo takes it in for Ireland. Smythe with the dummy into contact. Coffey gets it away to Norton. Look at the depth of this Irish backline, running onto it at pace. Hugh Gavin lost a handle before getting it away to Ruben Maloney. One of those 13 Leinster men in the Irish squad, cutting back inside James McKillop. Getting his first start, the big lock. Coffey thinks right, goes left, hits Norton, and again great depth from the Irish backs, but are they making meters? Smythe isolated on the outside, unable to make the turnover this time. Suluashvili, but tremendous hands from Ireland most of the time. This time it's an errant pass, and Georgia capitalized. Ripped free in the tackle. Chelidze can't hold on. Great play from Evan O'Connell for Ireland, and immediately they're back on the attack. Barely had to shift from attack to defense before that second turnover came. Coffey hits the big man McKillop. Taken down by his opposite number, Lagvilava. Slow ball comparatively to the rest that they've been receiving for Ireland, and replacement front ranker Patrice Bell, late change to the 23.
Use it now.
Carries it up for Ireland this time. Coffey will turn from the hand to the boot, chasing after it. Ruben Maloney, great kick towards the touchline, knocked on by Georgia.
Another contestable kick. Gary Owen, it was raised to create a 50-50 situation. Maloney goes up, but the knock-on comes from Georgia, so they get scrum feed.
Okay. The team will be checking. Time off, please.
We have a player down getting some treatment. Good time to mention that Ireland have had a memorial service for a member of their staff that passed away last year, Wednesday, the 3rd of July, Greg Oliver.
And just an interesting note, and we've got these closed wall trials where if you kick the ball into the 22, you can mark it. In this game, not one ball has been kicked into the 22. They've all been contestable. So we've seen the players here pushing the ball into this section here. It's a 50-50. World Rugby is trying to get more contestables, more play, more open play. So they said, let's try this out. And if they kick into 22, it gets, and they mark it, the player can kick it straight back. We saw a lot of that on Saturday. We've not seen one ball in the 22 in this game thus far.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Down. And time off, please. Front rows, both to me, please. Captains, I just need you. I need the front rows, please. Just the front row. Just the front. I just tried to explain to you that we need to be better, okay? I need you still and stable on each call, and high, please. Okay. It needs to be better from both teams. Let's fix it now. Thank you.
So it's very important here. Obviously, there's a bit of heat coming on the Irish. The Georgians are trying to attack the scrum. You see the feet going out from the tight head for Ireland in that situation. It's all about the picture that you're going to show this referee. And you want to make sure that you're showing the right picture so you earn the penalty that you want to get, or they get the reward that you want from that scrum.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Coffee feeds, then Irish scrum under pressure. The Georgians are making hay while the sun is shining.
Oh, you can't depower the scrum, you can't. It's a thing of beauty. They love it, the Georgians. As I said, in their nation, front row forwards are rock stars. They are what this game is all about. David Mshalidza, Luka Ngadza. Kakubia in the hooking position. They come, they put the heat on, they stay straight. Very, very straight. All the pressure comes through. And it's a dominant scrum from the men in white. Appreciated by their coaching staff.
They are in this game, Georgia. Kakubia to feed the line out. Oh, the contest from a dog ball, and Georgia just about keep the clutches on possession with a knock-on advantage for the time being. Cutting back in field. What an offload as well. Ireland under pressure now. Kobauri with another fearless run. Quick ball played away by Higuari. Dragged into contact. Tsirekidze. A dog ball with a crucial and dominant tackle. Slowing down possession for Georgia. Higuari gets it away to Lagvilava.
Lost now.
In the red zone, and they need to keep their wits about them, Georgia, while keeping this aggression on attack as well. Irish defense spreading as it should.
They have numbers out wide there, Georgia.
Higuari, no high tackle. A couple of complaints from the Georgians. Kakubia on the carry now, and it's their captain, Nikolomidze, with a try to break this game wide open. Passion, lots of it from the men from Georgia. That's what it means for their captain to get across the whitewash, to get the 5-pointer against this Irish under-20 team. Nika Lomidze, their captain, had a brilliant game against Australia, went off injured, didn't finish the last 10-15 minutes. It's this pick and go here, picks it up, there's no one in front of them, there's no Channel 1's defence. And over goes the big number 8. Do we sense a momentum shift that's starting to slowly happen? Easy meet for the number 10, Tsirekidze. And guess what? Here in Stellenbosch, Georgia lead against Ireland, 13 points to 12.
Oh, they came here last year, they beat Italy, they beat Argentina, they finished top of the log, level with South Africa, but counted out. Could they win this game? Could they pull this through?
11 playing the men in the air.
Timo
Missed the contest and played the man in the air.
Got played in the air by his opposite.
Number 11.
Evan O'Connell.
What a start to the second half for the Georgians. Tsirekidze, their most accomplished player, finds touch, challenging angle.
It gets in the air, just gets played in the air. It wasn't by Evan O'Connell, it was by Ruben Maloney. The winger can't touch the player whilst he is in the air.
Okay, the sub's complete also.
Maloney's given good running meters for
Okay, time back
on attack. Brian Gleeson on, he's a great player. Had a few injury troubles.
Great feed to the line out from Kakubia. Tsirekidze feeds it into midfield to the hard-running Androj Vadi. Good quick ball for Higuari. Higuari there again to clear. Away to Kobauri. That's great play to leave the ball in field while the tackle was driving the Georgians towards the touchline. Here's Kobauri again. Oh, barnstorming stuff from Lagvilava. An under-19 player, so he's got at least one more year available to the under-20s. Georgia looking to punch a hole in the midfield as well, which they have been finding a way to do. Khaindrava in combination with Kobauri really imposing themselves on this game. Tsirekidze feeds the front ranker, Ungiadze in the midfield. Higuari now with their tails up, the Georgians hanging on to possession for a number of phases, which they so desperately struggled to do in the first half. Attempted turnover, no good from Max Flynn. The offload comes from Ungiadze, looking to fancify in the back line now. Georgia under pressure defensively. They rush their passes, but it's play on Andro Tuvani. Another one of the under-19 players, 2 of them in the starting lineup. Look at the leg drive beyond the 22. Higuari has options, gets it to Ungiadze. Consistency in possession, not in evidence in the first half, there in the second. And the award of the penalty advantage, drawing cries of joy from those supporting players in the stands. Still retaining the ball, beating defenders and going phase by phase. Keshelava on the carry this time. Here's Higuari.
15 turnovers good there, coming back for the original penalty.
Who is this we're watching, bros? They've come out of the sheds like a house on fire.
Oh, it's a different Georgia. I tell you, the development of the game of rugby.
Roll east to west, please.
And to see the quality that Georgia are dishing up at the moment.
5 green. Roll east to west.
They've got the Irish on their heels in the defensive line. They've got them bobbing and weaving. They're asking questions at the moment.
No ball.
Oh, the Georgians.
Okay, time is back on.
And I tell you, they're not going to go for the 3 points here. They are backing themselves. They're sensing they've got some momentum. They're sensing the rhythm is there. And they want to go for a killer blow.
Just wait. Just hold, please. Okay, time is on.
Crunch time for the Georgians. Kakubia feeds the line out again. It's not clean for Georgia. Oh, they've run into their own players.
Obstruction.
That's the right call.
Obstruction.
Unfortunate for Georgia.
There was multiple players in front, okay, and he was clearly detached.
And good explanation from Ruan Keane. Ball gets tapped down, you can't run back into your players because they're then obstructing and preventing access to ball carrier.
Just an update for those trying to keep track of 2 matches across 2 venues. Wales went into halftime leading 24 points to 10 over Spain at the Athlone Stadium. 3 other matches happening at a separate venue in the World Under-20 Championships today.
Okay, thank you.
29 June to 19 July, 5 match days, 12 of the best under-20 nations in the world playing here in South Africa.
Advantage, penalty.
A penalty advantage to Ireland. Real coach killer, those 2 pieces of play from Georgia. The chip over the top here might just be fortuitous for Ireland. Georgia all over that.
5, sacking the lifter and late.
This is where Ireland must just show their experience, the experience of the game of rugby union, the years that they've played it. Just make this count. Piggyback the penalties. You've had one just off your try line, you knock it downfield. You knock another one, you edge your way forward. Change the field position. Change the dimensions. Just late on the sack, that's all it was. Needed to do it immediately. The player's feet touched the ground.
Another quality line out from Ireland, and they're on the front foot right away through Norton. Great interplay in the midfield, but they're marked up in defense. Cleared by Coffey. That's a great run. That's the 22-meter line of the Georgians showing up just behind them. And Ireland, if they can put together some phases here, could find Georgia in danger. The inside ball is a dream from Gleeson, who hits the hard charging Gavin. Coffey to clear, options galore. Berman sends it outside. Great defense from Georgia, as it has been all match. Coffey gets it away to Bell. Coffey to Smythe. Now the Georgian defense set again. Can they drive Ireland back once more? Keeping it real tight there, Ireland. Coffey steps away and the forwards will rumble onwards. Another hard charge thwarted comprehensively, as there's no room for a dogboard to move. Norton gets one on the fingertips and loses control. Georgia looking to hack it free.
Backwards.
unable to control that one. Hugh Gavin, and it's Georgian penalty that they earn.
And then he played it on the ground. He must be up.
Oh, they're like little terriers. Well, not little terriers, big terriers.
Possession, playing the ball on the ground.
This Georgian side, the way they tackle, I mean, the big Brian Gleeson got the ball. He's going to attract a whole lot of defenders onto him. Lovely little offload to the inside. And they got them field position for the Irish, but then the defence from the Georgians, absolutely superb stuff. Really, really good. This is the back end. The ball goes down to ground. Player's forced to hold on to it. He realises he's in a compromising position, doesn't let the ball go. Does Hugh Gavin and concedes the penalty.
Fully invested coaching staff of Georgia. And they've missed the line out. Strong at scrums, but really missing out at line out time. Ireland disrupting their ball regularly, and sometimes Georgia just missing their mark, squandering opportunities as Ireland initiate the counter-attack, getting it all the way wide to Ruben Maloney. And his inside ball unsuccessful, and now he's even beating the referee is Luca Kobauri, taking on everybody on the field. Great kick charge as Georgia were looking to exploit space over the top, but it's Tirek Idze who looked to repeat the dose. He's overcooked it.
The angle was too tight for Tirek Idze.
Okay.
Would really have wanted to keep that infield.
Stay there.
Can Ireland profit from this field position?
Are you okay or no? Yes or no? Time off, please.
Well, the referee did ask the question, and there was only one right answer. Are you okay? Yes or no? Eventually, the response came no, which meant the match had to be stopped because he's in the line of fire should play start. Kakubia back on his feet.
Okay, time back on.
Smythe feeds, the Dogbo takes it clean this time for Ireland. Bumped in the air, and there's going to be a penalty advantage to the Irish. Making a number of consecutive mistakes now, Georgia compromising this narrow lead which they so desperately earned. Max Flynn on the carry. Ireland growing in confidence and with ball in hand in the second half again, and McKillop.
Beautiful step.
On the carry that time, straight over the top goes Gleeson, who's made a big impact since coming onto the field. Coffey to clear. Irish options lining up. Look at the depth and options that they have, and they send it to the open side. Georgia sharp to it though as well. They're keeping the numbers out wide. Another hard run from Gavin. Oh, he's been good, Gavin. Coffey sends it open side this time. Crashing into contact, Ireland. Coffey switches direction, and he finds replacement Bell.
Okay, new advantage.
Well, Coffey tripping over a Georgian player, and a penalty advantage to Ireland.
Must roll east to west. Not back into the halfback, please.
What a match this has sparked into in the second half.
No, it's fantastic stuff. And everything that you want. There's suspense, there's drama, there's skill, athleticism. No hesitation from Ireland. They realise how evenly this is poised. Evan O'Connell signals straight away. No, we will take the 3 points. Thank you, sir. Yeah, it's just Coffey tripping over a flat white.
The three-point attempt successful, and Ireland reclaimed the lead here in Stellenbosch. It's 15 points to 13 over Georgia.
15 points to 13 over Georgia.
Okay, time time off. Time off, please. Substitutions. Number 1.
Looks like big Luka Kortashvili. He's going to come on in jersey number 17. And, Jack Murphy is also coming onto the field. Jersey 22.
Time back on, please.
We're back underway. T. Rekidze sends it high for Georgia. It's caused chaos in the Irish ranks. All's well that ends well, and they get the ball away clean. And this match just separated by 2
Use
points.
it, 9.
Oliver Coffey sends it high. Not a contestable one. Slightly central, drifting in field, and Georgia come charging onto it, and the highly impressive Gaindrava cuts them open again. Gaindrava dropping defenders as he goes.
Oh, he's been impressive.
Very impressive indeed. Higuari sends it wide. What a tackle that is. Even better hands to get it away. And Kopauri gets the pass away as
Second
well.
one was forward.
What a display of skills in defense and attack.
Oh, they're showing something different here, Georgia, showing the ability to hit that defensive line hard. Some really good running. He has been so good throughout this game. Georgi Gaindrava never stops. Keeps going and runs a hard line. He's a handful to tackle, and unfortunately, a pass here is forward eventually from Sirikidze. Well, that one there is the forward one. He's made a lot of meters as Gaindrava. Split the line open, runs in between the gap, doesn't run at the faces, runs at the space, straight between. He's got a big leg pump whenever he gets the ball. Made a lot of tackles as well. He loves to offload, always looking to the inside to see if there's a player in that triangle of support that's drifting and waiting for that ball. It's exactly what you want from an inside centre. Runs that line hard, looks to offload, and got bundles of energy. Great performance thus far from Georgi Gaindrava.
And time back on, please. Crouch! Bind! Set! Too much movement. Too much movement, early push.
Yeah, it's just
Early push. White.
over enthusiasm from the Georgians. Find themselves good field position. Just need to settle.
To give up a chance to contest a scrum as well, where they know they can be so successful.
Free kick, so they're going to get the line out feed.
Kakubia has not been perfect at line out time today. That time he is. Here's another one of the standout players from the Georgians, Suluashvili on the charge there. Look how many meters are being made with each and every carry from Georgia. This second half has been profitable. Quickly there to clear Higuari. Some of the replacements making their presence felt as well. Sirikidze thinks about taking the gap himself, sends it wide to the players that have made the difference thus far in the match, especially so Georgi Gaindrava. Shelidze head down and power forward. Higuari gets it free for Sirikidze. Now some depth on the outside for Georgia. Not many spaces to work with though. Trying to beat his defender, Mitrovic.
Yeah, Mitrovic just try to get on the outside and in the contact, wanting to get the little chicken wing pass.
Line out. You've got an option.
That was unexpected by his winger.
Okay. Green, let's go.
Shows the workload that Georgia have had to do at tackle time. Over 135 tackles that they've made. Missed 12.
5. Numbers are 5.
Certainly not afraid to put their bodies on the line. Irish got opportunity here.
Slipping through their fingers, that opportunity is, as their captain cannot hold on. O'Connell sees possession passed back to the Georgians, and a player who's been down a couple of times for treatment, Duvali, carries it in. Higuari waiting for those runners coming from a tremendous depth.
Penalty advantage.
And a penalty advantage to Georgia. A chance to take the lead back.
You have advantage 9.
That's, of course, if they don't manage to score themselves a try, as they'll continue to try to create gaps in this Irish defence. Saw that the Irish have been spreading well across the field as that kick is charged.
No advantage.
And perhaps it's because the Irish spread so well across the field that the number 8, Nicola Mitze, was able to spot that gap earlier in the match and get himself a try.
Yeah, no hesitation from Luka Sirikidze. We're going to go for the 3 points, Mr. Ref, Ruben Keane. But it's intriguing to watch this game and just to see the different styles at play and how the Georgians, the guys in the white jersey, they want to try and bang the barn door open. They're going to bang it open, whether they're tackling, whether they're running. And we've seen some of their sleights of hand. And then the Irish are able to move it and to drag that door open with their skills that they've got and their finesse, but they haven't had much of the ball in the last 5-10 minutes. Have the Irish? It's been all Georgia. Can they get this kick?
Luka Tsirekidze slides it over. 3 more points for Georgia. They reclaim the lead at 16 points to 15 over Ireland.
So we've got more replacements coming on. We've got Shakadza in jersey 19 and Shota Kaladza in jersey 16 that have come on.
Back underway, courtesy of Ireland. 2 Georgian players fighting for the ball, and Tsirekidze claims it out of the sky confidently. Great hands from the number 10, who's now going to cut them open himself. Confidence is brimming in the Georgian side. Higuari gets it free. The tight head prop Chelidze has been impressive on the run, represents Toulon in his franchise rugby. Higuari always there to clear. The sidestepping from Georgia has been a delight to behold as well. Metrevili on that occasion. It's all out to the left for Georgia now. Getting through the phases in the second half consistently, able to rely on their hands and consistency in possession. But not this time. Not this time. Smythe stops them in their tracks.
Yeah, they've won the penalty there. Well done by Ireland. Competing on the ground and forcing the Georgians to hold on to that ball. Well, this is incredible, lad. From kickoff, when you've got your fly half jumping up like that, stealing the ball from the lock forward at kickoff time, you've got to know there's a lot of confidence flowing through the body of Luka Tsirekidze. To have the confidence to say and override your lock forward in that situation, there's a bit of momentum happening within the Georgians.
A couple of players just getting treatment.
Yes, they can.
Let me mention again that the Irish held a memorial service for one of their coaching staff who tragically passed away last year when at the same World Rugby Under-20 Championship. They had that memorial service on Wednesday, the 3rd of July. May you rest in peace.
We're ready to go. We're ready to go. Water off. Water off. Ready? We're ready. Yes. Yes. Water. Let's go now. We're ready to go.
So, bros, time for this Irish side to galvanise. They're trailing by 1 point. They lost in the final last season. They'll be expecting to possibly win this entire competition. Some saying that France are not at their greatest strength.
No, they're one of the tournament favourites coming in here, Ireland. Getting a proper test against the Georgians at the moment.
Time on.
Just over 16 minutes to go in this game.
Perfect line out this time for Ireland, taken in by replacement Alan Spicer, and they send it to the back line. So effective in the first half, but can they repeat the dose in the second? Options and angles as Evan O'Connell dragged down in a crucial and quality tackle. Hugh Gadden chopping off the left. It's a fight for possession on the ground. Georgia unable to effect the turnover. Ireland on attack again. One Georgian player getting treatment. Not a lot of width from Ireland. The chip over the top. Ambitious from Maloney. Georgia will field this easily in the end.
Goal line.
That's worth a little kick through there from Maloney. It's going to be a goal line dropout, so they're going to get to the ball, or the return ball, in decent position.
We ready? Let's go.
Well, they cannot stop for their injury, so Georgia will continue the match with 14 players for the time being. Well, Georgia now back to their full contingent.
Luka Korchashvili, he's added a lot of go forward to the team since he's come on. It almost looks like an oxen chair, the way he carries that ball, the leg drive that he's got. And I tell you what a test match we got coming up on Saturday as well. Ireland against South Africa.
Indeed. Where that man's uncle used to play. Paul O'Connell, captain of the British and Irish Lions at one point, getting some treatment to that ankle. Maybe it happened in that chopping tackle as he took the ball on a great angle, the captain of Ireland.
Yeah, and his father's here watching the game, sitting in the stands. Father of Evan O'Connell, brother of Paul.
Evan. Okay, time is back on.
It's great to see how the Irish support their teams and travel with their teams.
So the goal line dropout comes from Georgia. Backwards. It's gone backwards from Edogbo, and he'll continue forward. Just beyond the Georgian 10-meter line. How do Ireland approach this 1-point deficit? Playing into a breeze as well. Not a gale force wind, but a significant breeze. Being driven backwards in contact, and Alan Spicer fills in at halfback, gets it away, and Georgia tackle behind the gain line once more. Here's Edogbo fighting his way over the gain line. Georgia in over the ball, and they've won the turnover.
Oh, their loose forwards have really stood up in this game. We've seen a lot of them. Maybe not as much as Sulashvili as what we saw in the game against Australia, but Lomedzi and Diwali have been everywhere. This time, Andro Diwali. I think the Andro Diwali is still under 19.
Let me explain. It's crossed the plane, okay? You must land back in the field, have caught it, okay?
It's correct from the referee. Can't stand outside. Once it's crossed the plane of the touchline, throw it in field, and you land outside the field. So a good call from the referee.
What an opportunity here for Georgia. Shota Kheladze to feed. They had to fight for it in the air, but now they can set the rolling maul. This is ominous for Georgia here. If they score and score by 7 points, Ireland will have a long way to go to get the lead back. Georgia fighting for the line now. Ireland illegally dragging this one to ground. Surely, oh wow!
Oh my gosh.
Down. No.
He was lucky because Evan O'Connell was tackling the player that had the ball. If it was any other player, it would have been a penalty. But that man there, number 16, he was carrying the ball, so he had the right to bring him down. Did the captain, Evan O'Connell.
Okay, let's go, please. We must wait for the ball, okay? That's what the free kick was for, wait for the ball, okay?
Now the drive comes through, and you think that O'Connell was just on one of the players, but he's actually on the ball carrier.
Yeah. Stay left to the mark, please.
Wow.
I hear you. But they were able to put so much pressure there, Georgia. Ireland have managed to get out of the situation. They've got to exit from this position and get downtown quickly.
Crouch! Bind!
Of course, Bryce, this is also an opportunity for Georgia.
Both come in before my call, okay? You must be patient and wait for me, both of you.
And this is where, if you're a Georgian, you just got to hold back. You can't get too excited and start moving around. Show the picture, show the right the right video that the referee is going to be watching. Want to try apply pressure to the Irish. Irish want to get this ball out. They want to hit it up, get it downtown, exit.
Bind! Set!
The scrum contest underway. Can Ireland hold their own? They do just enough, and Gleeson comes breaking away. Breakout star at last year's competition for this Irish side.
Okay. Wait for your
Fed back
chaser.
and under pressure. Murphy must get them free. Good touch finder, and well done by Korbaladze to keep his wits about him and not throw that one in field.
Job done there by Ireland. Managed just to get, first job was to get away from their danger zone. They're still under pressure. They got the first job right. Now they want to try and apply a little bit of pressure and disrupt this line out from Georgia.
Kheladze feeds. Their line out has been heavily disrupted. Higuari takes it under pressure, gets man and ball. But Georgia retain. Tirakidze filling in at half back. Good soft hands between some of the big forwards to make just a few meters for the Georgians, who have been more successful at the gain line than the Irish in this second half. Straight up the guts from Luka Kobauri. Higuari seeing it possibly rolling free, takes it on his own shoulders and makes a few meters for Georgia. The attempted turnover is no good from Ireland.
Use it!
2 Georgian players down getting treatment at the moment, so they would do well to keep the ball very close to the ruck for the time being. And that's just what they'll do, leading by 1 point.
Oh, the tackle fight is so good.
Higuari looking right. Not enough options there. They'll keep it with the forwards.
Penalty
Go left.
advantage.
Lagvilava charging forward, and another penalty advantage to Georgia. They did not read the script for this match. Metrovili. And we're going to go back for the penalty. Moving towards the injured player.
And you've got to think that now they've got to take those 3 points. The previous penalty that was kickable, they declined. This is their captain who's down, Nikola Midzip. He's getting a bit of attention as the captain.
Just another 1 step for me. Thank you. Points? Okay, points.
That's not their captain, that's their scrum off. He's getting his adductors stretched. Sandra Kigari.
Of course.
But you mentioned 2 players on the pitch, down, getting treatment.
I'll give it to him.
Well, they have been living every single moment of this match. They love the game, and it loves them back. Update from Athlone in the other match happening consecutively with this one. It's Spain trailing by 31 points to 10 against Wales. But here in Stellenbosch, Tikaritse had the chance to make it a 4-point game. Luka Tikaritse does not raise the flags for once.
Time off, please.
And he can't believe it.
Substitution.
Sandra Kiwari had a good game.
Just, balls, time's off, it's okay.
Stunning backdrops of Stellenbosch.
When you're ready, 22,
on full display. This is a university town, a schooling town, of course, as well.
They're on university holidays. Otherwise, they'd all be here watching, the university students.
What a drop-up that is claimed back by Ireland.
Top class.
Davy Colbert charging down the touchline, and it's a turnover.
You speak about the bench, they've made a real impact for the Georgians and the Irish. We've seen so much of Brian Gleeson. Here we see Luka Kortashvili. He was down for some treatment on his upper back. He got down and he won that ball on the ground and won his team the penalty.
Tirakidze, pardon me, finding touch.
That was a good take by Colbert to try and win that ball, but trying to hands on the ball, not releasing the ball, wins his team the penalty. Massive, absolutely massive.
Another huge line out for Georgia. The youngster Shota Kheladze feeds. This time it's perfect. It's back to Kheladze. He's going to take on 2 or 3, and he stayed in field. Georgia on the charge. Turnover specialist Kotorashvili carrying it up. Gets it away to Chelidze. Wow. And Dogba rolling away, and another penalty advantage to Georgia. Nightmare scenarios for Ireland now in the final 10 minutes. Still with possession, still chewing up every single second on the clock. Now Kheladze on the charge. Great pick up and go. Cleared. Skipped Solashvili, and almost finding another gap was Khaindrava.
No, they've got to be disciplined. This game is in the balance. It is right in the balance.
Okay. Just make sure we stay cool. Okay. Send a message to them just to relax. Okay. I'll do the same to them.
Lamidze's left the field, so Andro Vali.
We've got 7 minutes. I don't want to have anyone off the field. Okay. Yeah, I know. Just deal with it, please.
Takes over the captaincy. Ben O'Connor looks on.
Green rolling into the 9. You like to go?
A bit of a debate
Points
about what to do.
on the 5 metre, please. Green rolling back into the 9.
Gives opportunity for Sirikidze. Yeah, right. Rolling away, but not rolling in the right direction. You can't roll into the scrum off. Cause of the penalty.
Representative of Black Lion Rugby Club, it's Luka Tsirekidze.
Made his debut against Germany at international level.
With the shot clock counting down,
22.
and the flag stayed down again. The drama never ends, and this the first of 3 matches coming your way from the Darnie Craven today.
Gee, his first 4 kicks, he was bang on target. The last 2 he has missed. The nerves getting the better of Luka Sirikidze.
It remains a 1-point game. Georgia could have been clear by 7. The dropout comes, Ireland not underneath it on this occasion, and Georgia have a chance with ball in hand to bring the game back under their spell. And they play with ball in hand from the halfway line, not looking to drive it into the corners. Can trust their hands and trust their consistency in possession. Kotorashvili on the charge.
He's done everything he can.
Khashlavashvili, the replacement scrum half, clearing from the base of the ruck. And Khaindrava looking for gaps himself. Less than 5 minutes to play here in Stellenbosch. Georgia about to pull off an upset if they can retain the scoreline as is.
Stop, Green, wait!
But to be clear, this would not be the first time that they've ever beaten Ireland. Back in 2018, they've already pulled off the same feat. Chasing after his own kick, Tsirekidze makes a good tackle on the opposition 10-meter line, trying for the counteract. Georgia, they cannot affect it, and Ireland are forced to start from deep. They just need 1 score, not even a try. A penalty would do. The chip over the top does not come back to Fintrisi. And Kobaudi, who's had a barnstorming match in the 13 jersey, controls possession for Georgia. We're into the final 4 minutes, approaching the final 3. It's all on the line here. Everything's so crucial. That is some crunch in contact. And Chelidze absorbed. And now it's the replacement halfback, Khabalashvili, who sends it high. A part of protecting players from Ireland, keeping Khorobaladze away from making that tackle, but he fought through and made it, and now he's experiencing cramp. Spicer at first receiver, keeps it moving. Not many numbers out to the right for Ireland, and so into the contact they go. 3 minutes left in the match here at the Darnie Craven Stadium, and Smythe, the hard worker, takes it in again. Everything has to be perfect now from Ireland. They can't choke up possession for another time. Finn Treacy chopped down at the ankles, and they've knocked it on! And they've knocked it on!
Knock on.
Take a deep breath.
Your time off, there's multiple players down.
Whatever the color of your jersey, if you're invested or if you're neutral, this kind of tension needs no explanation. A 1-point game with less than 3 minutes to play. Now look at that knock on from Max Flynn, the debutant of Connacht. And players all over the field down getting treatment, rightly so. This has been breathtaking, and no doubt it has taken the players' breath away. What a way to leave the field. Disappointment. Getting replaced with the final few minutes left to play is Max Flynn.
We're good.
Chalitza has been tremendous, playing like a loose forward, the tight head prop.
Thank you.
Possession remains in the balance for both of these sides. Georgia worth this scoreline.
Let's get ready.
Each and every point of it. And there comes a player that has been blowing up the whole match. Their outside centre, Luka Kobauri, who alongside his inside centre, Hein Drave, has been lighting it up here in Stellenbosch this afternoon. Just so confident in the contact, always receiving it in a compromised position. But whether he's having to run a straight line or bounce off a couple of defenders, just look at the traffic around him there. Fully confident, always running at full steam, defense and attack. He's been contributing there, sharp after the tackle to pick up and run again. What a player.
Okay, time back on, please. Crouch! Bind! Set!
Back in 2018 at the under-20 level, Georgia beat Ireland 24 points to 20. Can they repeat the feat in 2024? Oh, they've lost control on the ground.
Lost forward by right.
And the Irish youngsters pumped up about that. The coaching staff, of course, they'll know there's still work to do. Alan Spicer, hulking beast of a man in the 19 jersey, celebrated that one, just losing it on the ground. Andro Dvali, one of the under-19 players in the Georgian side, who's been down for treatment at least 3 or 4 times in this match, but he has not left the field of play. Hard as nails. You'll notice the clock continues to tick down on Ireland, an Irish team which has been struggling at scrum time. How dearly Georgia would love some dominance here.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
This is what it's all about. With the clock ticking down, the match is on the line, and Ireland able to execute the scrum. Breaking from the back is Gleeson, sending it wider, Jack Murphy. Trying for a gap is Ben O'Connor. What an athlete he is, the number 15. Coffey gets it free, nobody wants that, it's bouncing loose. Oh, that's not what the coaches will want to see. Ireland bring it back under control, but they'll have to start again. Murphy sends it to the really, really impressive Hugh Gavin. He's been shining. The centers for both sides, so very involved in this match. Murphy sends it deeper for Finn Treacy. Treacy's been trying to make an impact on this game since crossing those white lines. Almost driven into touch. He keeps it in field, and Ireland almost compromised themselves with the loose ball. McKillop on the charge. Coffey gets it free. Murphy moving it through the hands. Georgia sharp to the outside attack of Ireland. Conceded so many tries out wide against Australia. Surely they've worked on that in the last 5 days. We're into the final minutes. There's less than 15 seconds left to play now. Ireland must retain possession here. They cannot make an error. Alan Spicer on the carry. But remember, it's a 1-point game, so even a penalty or a drop goal claims it for the Irish. Gleeson on the charge. The Munsterman. Coffey. Murphy. It's away to Gavin. A dog ball on the charge now. inside the Georgian 22. One last chance for Ireland. Evan O'Connell, their captain, carries it forward, and Murphy keeps it moving along to Gleeson. The pass under pressure is away, and outside it's Smythe now. Smythe, he's got some space, but the cover defense is coming, and it's coming fast. Ireland get there to protect the ball. What a final play for this dramatic match, with Georgia on the cusp of a massive upset. Coffey away to Murphy. Here's a drop ball. Crossing the game line. Coffey's here again. They're loading up to the right. Murphy sends it wide. Nobody outside of Colbert, who takes Ireland within 5. Coffey arriving, gets it away to the big man Alan Spicer, who drives his way back over the 5-meter line. Tired bodies going to protect the ball at ruck time. They're right on the brink of dragging this one out of the fire. Gleeson. Ireland go again. Georgia staying disciplined. With players in support. Another pick and go from the Irish. Less than a meter to travel now, surely. Another pick and go from Ireland. They're going to try to eke this one over the line. Georgia staying strong. Gleeson. Georgians do it again. For how long can they hold? The Irish load up the right. The blind side has some numbers there. They keep it tight. Georgia make the tackles. Tirek Idze getting involved. The backline players not afraid. Georgia compiling in. Still no penalty advantages. The discipline from both sides, brilliant. The Irish continue to knock on the door, but Georgia hold firm. Coffey. Ireland using the back line now. Murphy sends it over the top. There's no one out wide. Treacy's going to go for the corner. Devastation, drama and delight. The Irish snatch it like thieves in the night. A breathtaking game of rugby comes to a close with a dramatic try for Finn Treacy. And the Irish breathe again. They dragged everyone in. All of the defenders were close to the ruck due to the contention happening there. And in the end, nobody was left out wide. Treacy capitalized, used his pace. Well, they will have thought about it because they did it back in 2018, as mentioned, beating Ireland 24-20 on that occasion. But 6 years later, they could not get the job done. Right on the brink of it, and that face tells the entire story. Kotarashvili, who made a crucial turnover late into the match. The passion of this Georgian side cannot be questioned. They had to win this game to stay in the hunt for the knockout phases, and they were just about there. Perhaps they'll think back to those 2 missed penalties from their fly half, Luka Tsirekidze. But nobody surely to take the blame for this one. Everything was left out there on the field by all of these players, from both sides, to be sure. And there is the number 10, Tsirekidze, who has played at the national level already. What a player, what a future. All of these Georgian players can hold their heads up high. They continue to grow in to the game of international rugby, playing at the elite level, at under 20 level since 2015, and never losing their place at this competition to relegation. They are back again with another impressive team for another year. But Ireland will be the team that progresses with the victory. Patrice Bell coming off the bench to great effect.